we are live on Girls Run These Worlds with Regency Remixed The Gardeners, a good society game using the Emma Forget-Me-Not expansion, exploring a Regency era where girls do in fact run the world, where non-binary people are recognized in the gentry, and LGBTQIA plus romances are part of the norm. It looks like we've made it to the last episode, everyone. Hey! Episode 5 of Season 1. Here we are. Before we get things started, I would like for everyone to introduce themselves and the main character that they are playing, starting with Kristin.
Oh, goodness. Hello, I am Kristin, she, her. I play Iris Gardner, who is a erotic novel writer on the low, and she has just gotten the love of her life back. So what is about to happen next, who knows? But you can find me on Twitter and all the things that I'm up to over there.
Excellent. Glaiza, you next.
Hey, my name's Glaiza, they, them. I am a person of many hats. You've heard this spiel many, many times in the past, but today I am excited to play Kerria for the last time for this season, and I don't know what's going to happen to them. I don't know what's going to happen to the show. I don't know where we're going to go. I was promised some weddings and possibly a duel, but we'll see.
All right, and DK.
Hi, hello, I'm DK, and for the last time today, I will be playing Liege Gardner, the very, very concerned and over-interested older sister of the Gardner family, and soon to be Duchess. And I don't really know what mountains there are to climb after becoming a Duchess, but maybe we'll find out.
And find out we will at some point. And last but certainly not least, Abby.
Oh, shucks. Well, today, oh my gosh, I'm not ready to say goodbye to her. I will be donning the garb of Chrysanthemum Gardner, your local hedonist, drama queen delight, and negative influence to society. And I just hope that she finds the love of her life in the end, and she's happy, and she has hundreds of babies, which give her payback 10 times worse than she gave Dolly and her mothers.
Oh boy. All right. I just wanted to double check some things because I wanted this to be clarified. First of all, for Chrysanthemum, the fracture, did we decide who exactly that applies to?
Yes, that was Delilah Lefay, the little sister of Esther Lefay.
Excellent. Cool. And Kerria, your great offense condition, who does that apply to?
I'm not sure who we decided it was.
We can decide right now if that would help you.
Yes, it would. Let's see. I mean, the easiest answer is Esther Lefay.
Yeah. I think we tossed that name around.
I feel like that's the easiest answer because I did,
Yeah.
Kind of stole her, girl.
And for Iris, we decided that Sophia was the one that wanted revenge.
Yeah, Sophia was revenge, and social capital was gonna be with someone who listens to me relationship advice. If it's reasonable, they'll follow it.
I think it's just
it's everybody.
Yeah, okay. It's just connections in general.
Gotcha. Sorry, I was reading. That's all. Yep, Sophia.
No, it's okay.
The angry one.
And okay, and the protege for Dahlia is Kennedy. Got it. Sometimes notes need to be updated. Excellent. So for the last time this season, we get to do rumors and scandal, which
Oh,
means the sheet gets updated one last time
let me
before
look
the
at the
brief day.
scandals.
Gonna
Yeah,
miss this.
y'all know what to do. And you have 2 turns to make it messy for the very last time this season.
I have a rumor about myself, actually, Chrysanthemum Gardner.
Sure.
Chrysanthemum Gardner was seen being violently ill at a local tea.
Oh.
Violently ill.
Yeah, she got a whiff of those capers and just threw up over a balcony, landed on a maidservant. Terrible.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Okay. Who's next?
Um.
I'm
sorry.
I'm
sorry,
so
that shocked me.
stunned. We're all
I'm like,
just
Abby
wait a
broke
minute.
everyone.
Let me just breathe a little bit and understand.
We're starting off well, everyone.
our
Let's go.
mouths. I looked at the other 3 of us, and all of us were. Okay, I have one. If
Okay.
other people need time to think, Iris Gardner and Lucy Baker are engaged. Is a rumor.
Ooh.
Okay.
I have one for myself.
Go for it.
Kerria has no plans of proposing.
After all that fight?
No. I mean, it's a rumor.
I mean,
It's
and
a rumor.
some people don't like the institution of marriage, and that is completely acceptable, and your relationship can still be totally valid regardless.
Oh yeah, definitely. You've also
Yeah.
been attending the O'Doyle parties.
Of course. There's a lot of things that Kerria has to think about.
Oh
After-
man, those O'Doyle parties.
They were totally ready to propose until they found out about the O'Doyle parties.
Oh
It was
no.
over.
And then I was like, wait a minute, honey. We need to talk for a little bit before we make this kinds of decisions.
Slow it down, baby. DK? You can also confirm rumors. This is the only opportunity this session that you will have to confirm rumors, but you have 2 turns, so you can create one, confirm one, make it messy.
The soon-to-be Duchess, Dahlia Gardner, and her...
Paramour?
Paramour, yes. And
Paramour.
her paramour, Ulysses Knott, were seen visiting an orphanage.
Adoption.
I think I'm going to be a little bit selfish, and I'm going to confirm the rumor that I was violently ill at tea. If you maids can bring me up,
Let's go.
bring me up
If
tea.
you weren't, I was, is what I'm saying.
One of us was going to make that happen.
Who's next?
I really need to think for a second, so someone else has an automatic inclination.
I'm not going to confirm any rumor. I'm going to add another one. Sophia Lovelace has been learning how to duel.
Forbidden.
Okay. I mean, the only difference between a confirmed and a non-confirmed rumor is that confirmed rumors, if it can be used essentially like resolve tokens if they apply in a particular scene. So, I mean, all of that is essentially lore anyway. So it's out there in the universe, y'all.
It's
People
so
are saying
amazing.
it.
Okay, I'm going to start a rumor.
Okay.
That Peregrine was seen out to lunch with Kerria.
Wait, what? Amazing. Okay.
With me? Interesting.
Are we having a Regency bonding moment?
Who knows? But
Bros
Kerria is
being
intrigued.
bros?
Kerria is intrigued and wants
Regency
to know
bros.
more.
It's not confirmed, so
I wasn't there. Why wasn't I there? I think DK is the only one who hasn't taken a turn.
Yeah, I think
Second turn.
I want to confirm and correct a rumor. I want to confirm the orphanage rumor, but it was
Okay.
an orphanage and a boys' home.
Okay, sure. I'll just change that. Normally, if you have a rumor there, you'd have to essentially write another rumor, but it's fine. We'll just say, it's fine. We'll confirm that rumor. If no one was going to confirm that rumor, I was going to confirm that rumor myself using my super powerful facilitator powers, but this works
By
out
the
for
power
me.
vested in Anne.
Just, hey, I made the rules of this world. All right. I mean, I made the rules of the world. I did not make the rules of the game. Storybrewers Roleplaying, everyone. Check out storybrewersroleplaying.com. They made the rules of this game. Anyway,
Fantastic.
Let's see. We have... Oh, no, I did. Nope, it's fine. We're going to do this a little bit differently. Reputation, rumor, and scandal. Okay. We're going to do a quick fire epistolary round. We are not going to do full scenes for this particular epistolary round. If you wanted to do a weather interlude, but essentially we're going to do a full round of passage of time afterwards. Essentially, if you have letters and things in preparation for the big events, you guys can do that. You can write journal entries, dreams, nightmares. I will give you 2 turns for that. You can also have a weather interlude as well, but yeah, just to kind of lead up to the Ascension Ball. So, yeah. Now, this epistolary round would be a good time to set up scenes that you might want to see later, reach out to certain characters that you might want to have at certain things, certain events. So give you a minute to consider that.
So I would like to write a letter, but could I do it as Peregrine?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so
it'll count as one of your 2 turns. But yes, you can also write from a connection you control.
Yes, so I would like to do that, even though it takes one of my 2 turns. So Peregrine would write to Dahlia. Dahlia, not fully certain how to address correspondence to you, as my desire is to start each letter with dearest. I look forward to the ascension. I know you do not. I understand why, but I hope you know that there is no one more capable than you. You are capable of anything and everything. And though we have been insufferable rivals, especially in scholarly circles, it brings me joy to say that you are the more clever one, and you always have been. I look forward to attending the Ascension as your biggest fan and your not so secret admirer, Peregrine.
Uh,
I know, I'm like actually tearing up.
yeah.
Just right in the feels. Well done. Who wants to follow that up?
I would
Oh,
actually.
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You go first.
That's fine. It's okay. You go first. I'm still trying to write down what I'm trying to say.
Oh, gotcha. Chrysanthemum actually is. Is it a dream? Is it a nightmare? We're not sure, but Arthur's invited me over to the. Well, really, his family's invited me over to the summer house, and after a lovely day of spending time with my beloved and his family, I doze into a dream. It's an all black room. It's like I'm wandering in the darkness. Except there's a sudden ray of light, and I can't help but follow it. I walk towards it. It disappears only for another to come forward. And this goes on forever and ever until I'm finally looking at an empty bassinet. At which point, Chrysanthemum wakes up in a sweat. Maybe it's from the summer heat. Maybe it's nerves. But Arthur will slumber peacefully beside her.
Oh. Sorry, give me just one moment. Okay, there it is. Okay. Wow. Whew. All right. Yeah, we are getting underway. Glaiza, you had something?
I do. And it is a journal entry. It is Kerria writing in their journal. And this is how it's going to go. All right. Here's the plan. I've already leaked it into the scandal papers. I know Eliza's not going to be happy about this, but that's okay. That'll just throw her off even more. I've talked to Brandon already. We're definitely going to do something, and it's going to be special. I just need for Dahlia to be okay with it. But it'll happen on the Ascension Ball. Such a genius. That's it.
I am dying.
It's so evil. I love it.
I love the way that Glaiza just immediately went, all right. It's like
the plan.
Yes.
I just picture Kerria sitting at their desk in their
just
room, like scribbling furiously. DK, do you have anything for us to follow that up?
I do. Dahlia is going to write a letter and have it delivered to Kennedy.
Okay.
Ooh.
Dear Kennedy, the last time that we spoke, I was incredibly harsh with you. I don't think it was unfounded, but I also don't think that it was helpful. So you have my apologies. You are in a unique situation, and I can only imagine how it must feel to see what could have been for you if only my mothers had known that you existed. I would like to invite you to the Ascension Ball with the rest of the family, because any family of Kerria's is family of ours. While I do implore you to tell Kerria the truth, for the sake of your relationship, there is always an open door for you at the Gardner home. Signed, Dahlia Gardner.
I'm going to do something a little off book, and essentially, Kennedy will respond with gratitude. There will be essentially just a thank you, very nice thank you to Dahlia, just as a note. Yeah. Also, I'm gonna do it really quickly, but there is also, I imagine that after receiving this letter, Kennedy will delay her departure and also write a letter to Kerria detailing that whole situation and just coming clean about everything. So we can address that accordingly as that goes on. I just didn't have like a full letter prepared, but those are things that are out there now. The second turn, I will say, is optional if anyone wants to do a second item for their epistolary phase.
I do, but it'll be for Sophia.
Okay, Sophia can. Yeah, it's 2 turns per player as opposed to character. So
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sophia would be also writing in her journal. And it'll go like this.
Okay. Yeah, I'm cool.
Wait,
I'm so cool.
wait. Here's the plan. I'm going to show up at the Ascension. I know that the scandal papers have revealed that I've been learning how to duel. They'll probably think that I'm trying to duel Lucy Baker. But it is not Lucy that broke my heart. It is not Lucy that lied to me. It is not Lucy that gave me a false name. No. It is Irene Gardner. And she will pay. And that's it.
Okay.
For her turn, Dahlia would like to call the police.
I have one concern.
Oh my
One
God.
concern.
That's so funny. I wanted to do a really short, overcast, difficult question with Kerria, but it's like really short. So Iris and Kerria, like between Iris
Okay.
would be asking Kerria a question because she's brooding.
Okay.
Are you good with that?
Yeah,
Glaiza?
no, I'm gonna allow it.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna allow this.
Okay.
I just didn't want it to take too long.
No. Knock on the door. It's me.
Oh, and Kerria closes her their journal and like lets you in. What's up?
We haven't spoken too much since you've been home, and I'm terribly sorry about that. Because I care for you so deeply. So I'm trying to remedy that really quickly by asking you your opinion on a very important question that I am considering.
I mean, of course. I understand. I came back at a weird time. And
You left in a weird way.
I did leave in a weird. I haven't been answering your letters. The fact that you're here, still willing to talk to me, it means a lot. You can ask me anything you want.
Thank you for saying that. That means a lot to me as well. I was considering at the Ascension, it's already out there as an unconfirmed rumor that Lucy and I are engaged, but we're not actually, and I was considering proposing at the Ascension. Do you think I should?
Absolutely. This is gonna be great. And then you see Kerria like just like eyes wide. We need to talk about plans because you should go first, and then I want Eliza to see it. And then I'd be like, I would
Are
never
you
propose.
proposing?
Yes, but also I'm trying to like throw it off, right? I'm
But
trying.
everybody's saying that you're not.
That's the plan. That's the whole plan. I was the one that leaked it in the scandal papers.
You
I want her to be
sneaky.
I want her to be like, oh my gosh, look, your sister getting married, blah blah blah. And then I'd be like, I'd never marry you. And then boom, I actually have a ring. And we're gonna get married and I'm gonna propose to her. That's my plan. Throw her off completely.
I think that's a wonderful plan. I just think you should be careful not to be too off-putting towards her because she might leave. So still try to put on some charm, I would think.
So definitely not talk about how marriage is like a government plot to, destroy families and all that.
Maybe not that severe.
That only pigs pigs don't like they don't mate for life.
No.
Pigs,
That's
no?
Yep. Nope.
Too
none
much?
of that. Yep. Maybe just say
Got
that
it.
marriage is something that you're not certain about because you've seen it not go too great sometimes. Maybe a little bit more watered down.
More water. No. All right. All right. I have some scripts that I need to.
Wonderful. You know I'm an excellent writer, so if you need anybody to copyright, I would love to go over.
Of course.
Great.
Yeah. And Kerria does hand you some things. And in the scripts, they are very like, who would ever get married ever? I would never marry. I'm a free spirit.
Immediately marking it up, like just like editing, writing in suggestions, and that would be the scene.
Yeah.
I think Lucy Baker is going to write a letter, actually, and I would like to reveal to who it is. But first, my question to Iris is, do you have a favorite gemstone?
Amethyst.
To my dear Lord Jeweler, I have a question regarding the commission I had made last season.
Oh, they're so gay.
These bitches gay. I would like the inclusion of leaves engraved alongside the amethyst stones, for I believe this will be a proper way to show the union between myself and my beloved. I would like these delivered post-haste before the Gardner Ascension Ball. Yours truly, Lucy Baker.
They're gonna do the two gays at Disneyland propose to each other at the same time. Sorry. It's Happy Pride.
Happy Pride!
Okay, so that is our epistolary phase. That's our last full one before the epilogues later. Wow, my brain just short-circuited for a moment there. Let me take a moment to process how good that all was. Did everyone get their turns? Did I overlook someone accidentally? Are we all good?
I haven't gone, but I think Dahlia is just going to shoot a very, very quick note to Ulysses.
Okay, hit me with it.
Ulysses, I got all the paperwork. Everything has been signed. I just need your signatures, and then we are set for them to arrive at the Ascension Ball. And I think that's probably the time to make our announcement as well. Love Dahlia.
Okay. So do you send the paperwork along for him to sign as well?
Yep.
Yeah. you pretty much the next day get everything back all signed and proper with a note that says, um, I was overjoyed to see all this paperwork done and ready. Um, I cannot wait to make our announcement at the Ascension Ball, my love. And that's the note that comes with it. And everything gets sent back to you like 24 hours later. Ulysses sends one of his trusted servants to send it back. Uh, and yeah, that is happening.
We are all messing with each other right now more
Yep.
than any other session, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Very
delightful
interesting.
because this isn't even like I don't even know what's going on, and I can't wait to find out. It's great. Y'all just dump this on my head today, and I'm here for it. I do want to address something very quickly before we get into our passage of time, which is how do you find this scandal sheet? I just need a quick vignette from everybody on how their main character has found this scandal sheet and what they think about all of these things.
I think Chrysanthemum actually is the one who stumbles on it first because she's kind of nervous about something. In fact, she's actually picking up, she's been ordering special little treats. Like, particular this week, it's been rose water cookies. And she sees, the scandal sheet delivered, picks up her food, picks up the scandal sheet, reads over it. She's like, I haven't even told him yet.
Oops.
And then just immediately shoves it into a drawer next to the door, just in a nightstand, hoping that no one will find it, and then rushes up to her room with her cookies.
Can I ask a question? Has Chrysanthemum just been stress eating cookies in her bedroom alone?
She doesn't want anyone to see her cravings because she hates rose water. It's like her whole thing.
Oh no. Oh great. That's amazing. Who else?
Kerria actually went out of their way to find one, reads it, and is just cackling in their bedroom. That's basically all you can hear in their bedroom is like, it's all going according to plan. That's
Iris in the other room is reading a book. Because they share a wall, just Iris would find out. Speaking of evil cackling, Iris would pick it up at a cafe as she goes to sit down to get lunch with Peregrine. And as they're sitting at lunch, Iris would just go, "You're not on the front page this time, involved with my sister, so you really need to step it up, Peregrine. You're slacking. You should be on the front page." And then that'll be it.
Judgmental Iris is the best Iris. It's great. And Dahlia?
Dahlia has it delivered as soon as it's out because she needs to get on top of shit before it can get away from her. And so she gets the scandal sheet from Althea and kind of absent-mindedly takes it and a plate of scones up to her office. She's got other things on her mind, namely the Ascension Ball. And I think she is reading through it and she sees the part about Chrysanthemum as she's going to sit down and completely misses her chair.
Oh no. Oh no.
And then she is still on the ground, continues to read, and just, okay. All right. And I think she's going to call...
Dahlia, are you okay over there?
Althea, could you...
Althea's on the other side of the door, just she heard the big noise of you falling.
Althea, dear, could you come in, please, and close the door behind you?
Yeah, and immediately, Althea's there.
Dahlia, I think Althea watches Dahlia's face work through about 17 different emotions and potential responses to everything that she's just read. And then I think as she like slams the hand with the scandal paper on the desk and pulls herself up and starts like sweeping powdered sugar off of her dress, she just very tiredly says, Althea, would you please do two things for me?
What is it?
The first is that I need you to prepare some mint tea and have it sent to Chrysanthemum's room.
Okay.
The second is that I would like you to go into town and look into having a custom bassinet made.
Okay. As soon as I'm done with my responsibilities for the morning, I will go straight away.
Thank you. I think I'm going to lie down for a little while.
Do you need me to walk you over? Are you going to be all right?
No, I'm quite well, I think. Just a little surprised.
Okay. Did we cover everyone's reactions to the scandal sheet?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh
You say that. Uh-huh.
yeah.
I know, like everyone in the rooms, they're just like crunching, evil laughter, pages turning, a thump as Talia falls.
Oh boy. I'm sorry.
My servants in the hallway.
They're just like, yeah, Kerria's
your
home.
facilitator is short circuiting right now just a little bit. Okay. So quickly before we go to the passage of time, Althea does get the bassinet custom made, and has the tea sent to Chrysanthemum's room. And at some point, that bassinet will come, some point during the passage of time, because the Ascension Ball is set to happen closer to the end of the season. So there's a couple of months, a few weeks gap where, everyone's getting ready and things are happening. Paperwork being processed and people making plans. So what I'd like for all of you to think about now is having your little weather interlude moments where you are all essentially giving us glimpse into that time leading up to the Ascension Ball. And I will give you all a couple of turns. See how that feels. If there's anything else that needs to be covered, we can work with that. And then we will after that, we will possibly take a break. We'll see how that goes. So, yeah, the time frame that we're covering is 8 weeks, roughly.
Oh. I mean, I've got an idea for a scene, but I insist someone else go first.
I can go first. I'm gonna throw my beloved character under the bus. Let's have a lunch date with Kerria and Eliza, please.
Aww. Oh man, this is gonna be spicy because Eliza, I imagine, has seen the sheets, but she's going to agree. It's like, okay, maybe I'll be able to talk to them about this. It'll be fine. This is probably one of their plots, and I think she actually knows what Kira's up to. She's expecting the proposal to happen there, so she's on edge. She just shows up.
So which weather interlude are we having?
Let's do. It's just day. Let's just do a day. It's not really. It's just a normal lunch, but Kerria has been dropping hints that it might be more.
Oh no.
That it might be more
chaotic. I love that.
And Carrie has been like, this is their favorite. This is their favorite restaurant. This was the first restaurant that Carrie took Eliza out on their first date. That kind of thing. This is a very important place for them, and Carrie invited Eliza to have lunch with her.
Eliza will accept, and she knows full damn well something is going on. This
Mhm.
cannot be just an innocent little luncheon.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine she walks up to the table, she's looking around, looking particularly at, like, waiters, like, which one of you has a ring? Which one of you?
Kerria walks in and sees Eliza there, and my love, let's have lunch. Come on. And I would walk her to a very well lit table, special, like like the greatest view in the restaurant, and is like just sitting there. And shall we eat? Shall we order
Oh,
or
yes,
whatever?
of course. Might I ask, my love, what is the occasion to take me out to such a lovely place?
Oh, I just wanted to do something nice for you. You know, after everything I've put you through, I think this is just something nice.
Oh, it... Kerria Gardner, you know that is fully well why not you've taken me out.
I mean, the reason why I haven't been taking you out is because I've been gone for a year, and I just wanted to catch up, make up for it, make up for the lost time.
Oh. Oh,
Uh-huh.
that actually is lovely. It's been ages since I've sat down and looked into your eyes and just spoken to you.
Of course.
She's gonna reach a hand across the table.
And Carrie's gonna take that hand and just like sort of like put it in their palm like this, and is like gonna stare at the hand and it's like gonna look at you. Eliza, you are beautiful. You know that, right?
I have a feeling that I am. I've been told by certain someone, yes.
And you know that I care about you so very much.
Yes.
And that I love you.
And I you.
Oh, looks like our food is here. And then the food is placed on our table. During the course of the meal, Kyria does stand up and kneels. And then this is all on purpose. Stands
Like
up
mid
again
cream
and says-
puff, like just falling
Yeah.
off her fork because it happened.
And then stands up again. I've dropped my little napkin here. And then sits down again and like places it in front of her lap. And that's basically most of the lunch. Just try to see, like, come up with ways to like mess with Eliza. Just to, you know.
Eliza's a mix of furious and amused because this is exactly the reason why she fell in love with Kira. But also, god damn it, I want to be your wife.
And Kyria knows that it is pissing Eliza off. And then at the end of the date, at the end of the lunch, it's like, marriage is a funny thing, isn't it, Eliza?
Oh, yes, I suppose so. Why is it on your mind, my love?
Just, I don't think I'm ready for that.
Oh, so the papers were true.
Well, I wanted to know how you really thought, but would you be willing to wait for me until I'm ready, if I ever am?
Does this have to do with those O'Doyle parties we've been attending?
What parties?
Oh, don't play coy.
I haven't been attending any parties. I have been disallowed from attending. And you can see that Carrie is like passionately expressing that I have been trying and I've been disallowed by Dahlia from attending these parties. And I've tried to ask Chrysanthemum to just like talk to their future father-in-laws about it. But no, I can't go. I mean,
Kira.
no, of course not.
Of course, I would be willing to wait for you. It's a monumentous decision, and unlike some members of your family, I have patience.
Well, I'm glad, because it might be a very, very long time until I'm ready.
Eliza's eye is going to twitch at that, but she's just going to reach over and take Kira's hand and just say, "So long as I have you by my side, I'm willing to wait."
And I mean very long time.
All right, now you're just laying it on.
And that's the scene.
Okay.
Brandon catches Kerria outside like a week later. Dude, she is not gonna wait forever.
And then
Bro.
Brandon and Kerria are like, "Don't worry, bro. I got this. I got this. I
Yeah.
need her to be sufficiently surprised. I got it."
It's not forever. It's literally like a month from now.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you better not spill anything, bro. I'm gonna be so
Dude,
upset.
why would I ever? I want to see the look on her face.
Yeah. But yeah.
Okay, Brandon and Carrie are like the best Regency era bros ever. I would watch a
love them
spin-off
so
of them.
much. They're just being bros.
Okay, who has an interlude, a weather interlude they want to do next?
I think Kristin was going to say something before I so rudely interrupted.
Oh, me? Oh, no. Anyone can go. I'm thinking. I can go if you need me to go, but I'm thinking.
I have something in mind, thankfully. I think Chrysanthemum, we're going to do a... Here, actually, let me look to make sure that I'm doing this properly. A dawn interlude. And actually, I'm going to visit Arthur. I have some news that I've been hiding for the past few weeks.
Oh, sorry. Let me just put on my Arthur face.
What's up, baby?
You ever forget your Arthur? Same.
I do. I'm just like, wait a minute. That's actually me. Give me a minute.
I think Chrysanthemum's actually going to invite him over.
All right. And Arthur knocks on the door and at the gardener's, just waiting for the door to be opened.
The doorman receives you and so
what time is this?
It is early in the morning. It is like brekkie.
Good morning.
Good morning. I will go fetch Lady Chrysanthemum for you.
Thank you. I will be waiting in the foyer.
Yeah, you are actually led to a receiving room, like a sitting room. So you're not just hanging around in the foyer because you're
okay.
A known.
I'm
No,
yeah,
Arthur's
right.
like VIP now in the garden.
Arthur's VIP, of course.
Well,
But Arthur
get
is like used to like just standing outside and then climbing through the window kind of thing.
You've been
So
upgraded.
he's
You
like,
can
"Oh."
sit in the nice chair now.
That's right.
You can sit in the nice chair.
I guess I should get used to this, and I do sit down there.
Chrysanthemum is going to come into the room, and she's wearing, a pretty light gown. Of course, corset and all that. Arthur, I'm thankful you came.
Of course, anything for you, my love.
Please help yourself. I had some tea and biscuits and whatnot set out. Oh my god, this is more nerve-wracking than I thought it was going to be.
What's going on? Are you okay?
And Chrysanthemum is going to stand up and start actually undoing her corset. And she's going to reveal that she is with child.
Oh! Oh!
And before you ask, yes, Dahlia knows.
I mean, that wasn't the question I was gonna ask, but I'm glad that she knows. And then this is at the point where he kneels in front of you, and he's like, I was gonna wait until the party, but I don't want to wait anymore for you. Will you marry me?
I think Chrysanthemum is just gonna burst into tears at that moment.
Okay, we have to talk. We have to make our plans. We have to talk to everyone.
We do. I already caught out in the scandal papers. I don't know if your fathers know yet, and of course, whose last name they'll take, and
Damn them! It doesn't matter whether my love. You know, I'm not marrying you because of this, right? I'm marrying you because I want to, not because.
oh, of course, and this was accidental. I wasn't doing so to trap you. I've been keeping
Of course,
track, and of course, you know the old evacuation dramatic.
It doesn't work.
Yes.
Apparently, we tried, but apparently, at some point, it just doesn't work. I heard some statistics that it was like 95%, but apparently we're the 5%. Don't worry about it.
5%, yes, a rare and beautiful thing, Arthur.
It is amazing. This is what, you know. I was going to wait, but and you do see that he has a ring that he's been like carrying all these time, and he was planning on proposing on the actual at the actual party. Basically, like the party is just
an excuse for everyone to get married.
Apparently, that was the plan, and it's like I was gonna ask permission from Dahlia if I could do it at her ascension, but you know what? This matters more between the two of us. This moment here between the two of us.
The three of us.
The three of us.
Chrysanthemum's just gonna hug him.
And I'm gonna kiss her, and I'm going to make out with her. You know,
Hell yeah!
But also not do the things that led to this situation. Just a kiss.
Oh, well, no kids with a kid now.
Is this all you guys are doing? Are we good? Are we good?
Are we good?
Liza, you were amazing. Oh my god, that's exactly what Arthur would do.
I was not expecting to be broken so many times in a session. Cool.
Oh,
Who has the thing they want to do?
It's
I
just
know, right?
beginning.
I forgot the
dear
term for coitus
facilitator.
interruptus.
You haven't even gone to the ascension, bestie. You are not ready.
I love you guys so much. Let's move on. Who's next?
I'd like to do a short little day weather interlude. Just, you know, a simple little
Palate
conversation.
cleanser?
Yeah, we'll see if it does cleanse anyone's palates. Iris would like to just kind of be having tea, chatting with Dahlia, and catching up. So, Iris would go, so there's, you know, a lot coming up, and I know that you're not particularly excited about it, but also lots of other things have been going on, and the scandal sheet certainly says lots of interesting things all the time, and now our sister, do you think the whole family would know that you are with child now, or?
Oh, definitely. I think actually her and Arthur came out of the room just like squealing with excitement.
Okay. So then, yeah, Iris would say, and now, you know, with our youngest sibling with child, I was just wondering, everyone else's lives are often so bombastic. What's new with you, Dahlia? How are you doing?
You know, I was never terribly excited about the idea of becoming the Duchess, mostly because it meant that Mother would be gone, but I'm warming to the idea, and I think I've come up with a way to carry on the Duchess's legacy that she would quite enjoy.
You certainly have had two very different gentlemen wandering around the halls of our home for the past couple months.
Not wandering.
I mean, one of them has shown up uninvited a few times.
Yes, well, you can't tell Peregrine anything, ever.
You can't, but he is quite intellectually stimulating.
He's brilliant. As
are you. What how is the meeting of these two gentlemen that are quite very different, but both often here to see you, sister? I'm curious.
Well, one, can you do me a favor and perhaps not share it with the rest of the family? Do you think that we can manage that?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Somehow I don't believe you at all.
I'll
It
roll
could
a
be because
deception check.
It could be because I've been your sister for a very long time now.
16 deception, does that work?
No, Dahlia knows everything. Dahlia
I know.
understands. Here's the thing. Dahlia understands her siblings very well because
Yeah.
she's been around them their entire lives, essentially. So, good luck.
Iris would readjust and be very earnest and lean forward. No, seriously. I understand that if you're making the request, I should honor it. Let me offer you something in good faith. I am planning on actually proposing to Lucy soon. The papers kind of ruined it by lying, but I am planning on doing that soon, so...
Good. It's about time.
All right.
No, you deserve it.
Thank you. You deserve good things too, so back to my question.
You insist. Peregrine proposed, and I said no.
Fascinating choice. Why?
Because I had already proposed to Ulysses.
That's a circumstantial reason, but not a reason rooted in feeling.
It's both, actually. I love Ulysses. I always have. He's a fixture of my life. He's a fixture of our lives. He's someone that I trust implicitly and someone that I cannot picture spending the next 20, 30, 40 years without. I've spent time without Peregrine, and I've been all right. I managed just fine. I don't think it would be the same without Ulysses.
Why not both?
What about what is coming for me in my future suggests that I will have time for both?
You might be surprised what each one would be able to help and associate with alongside you. I mean, 2 extra sets of hands for all of the duties that are about to come your way. Plus 2 extra sets of hands for other things as well. You know.
Explain to me how I pitched that to Ulysses, Iris.
You might be surprised at how progressive Ulysses is. He has been around our family forever, after all.
No, truly. Tell me what I say.
Hello.
Tell me what I say to my fiance.
Hello. Hello, fiance. It is wonderful to be affianced to you. However, I personally do not feel like a singular person can meet all my needs, and I think that both of us should enter into perhaps an open relationship in order to satisfy every different avenue of our existence and not rely too heavily on one another, and that it would be beneficial for both of us.
Did you write yourself a script before this conversation?
No, actually. That's Kristin and Iris.
just had that waiting. Wonderful.
I've thought about it. I personally don't think that I am the type of person to be committed to more than one individual, but who am I to judge anyone else who is?
You heard the part where I was the one who proposed to him, right? It does seem a little disingenuous to then go back and say, actually, yes, but what about also Peregrine? It does seem a little funny to me.
But perhaps it's not disingenuous. It's actually you being honest. if that's what you actually feel. I am proposing hypotheticals because I had lunch with Peregrine the other day.
Why?
Peregrine asked, and I do enjoy his company. He is intelligent, and I enjoy talking to them and listening to the different types of research that has been going on.
And that's why I should have 2 husbands?
No. That is why I had lunch with Peregrine. But he wanted to just, make it very clear how much he cared for our family and that any of us can reach out to them at any point should we need anything. And those sorts of things. It was quite nice. I was very impressed, and that's why I've brought them up today. That's all.
I cannot even fathom thinking about that until after the ascension. There is quite a bit still to be done, and knowing our family, it's not going to go at all the way that I planned or that the itinerary says that it will.
No, it certainly won't.
Before I contemplate any new chaos.
Finish the current chaos?
Yes.
All right. I just think that you should be open to good things.
A lot, apparently.
Well, yes, but good things specifically, and because you do so much good for all of us, and you rarely take any time to do some for yourself. And if there are 2 people in this world that are willing to commit their lives to doing just that for you, I want that for you. I want you to have dozens of people committed to only you, because you are committed to dozens of only other people. So,
well, thank you, Iris. And I will, if I can figure out how on earth to have that conversation with Ulysses.
Yes, I do understand how that's difficult. It's hilarious, actually.
It is a little funny, isn't it?
And that's it.
It's me.
DK? Yep.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm just, y'all are, I'm like, my brain.
We're going
tonight,
crazy.
Y'all are just making this really easy to just be like, and then
nobody
me
came here to
forgetting.
behave today.
No.
Me forgetting that I'm
Finale?
your facilitator.
No.
We said finale, okay.
All right.
Me forgetting I'm your facilitator and I have to keep track of everything. Okay,
Anne's
go
like
ahead.
watching, like.
I would like to do a day interlude.
Okay.
I think
how far, or sorry, when is this happening? How much time before the ascension is this happening? I probably should have asked everybody just to get like a timeline for it.
I think this interlude is probably happening maybe a week before the ascension.
Okay.
I think Dahlia has been out shopping with Althea and just comes in loaded down with bags, not even allowing the servants to carry them, just like, I'm gonna make it in one trip with all of these bags and I don't need anyone's help, just kind of hustling them into the house, and goes back into the carriage for another load of bags, and turns to Althea and says, okay, so that's all of their clothing for at least a year. That's shoes, that's pocket squares, that's coats, that it should be enough, right? For all of them?
Althea looks and she says, yeah, this looks about right. This reminds me of when your mothers brought you home all of the tiny sized items.
I guess I really, really am just like the Duchess. I couldn't seem to help myself. Oh,
You
there's so much to do.
seem to radiate the same kind of energy, if I recall correctly. As
Yes.
much as they were all pleased when you were born, they were also quite stressed. So many things to do. But
So many things to do. But I think if I know anything about my siblings, then uh, the house will be a little emptier, a lot sooner than we think. So there should be room for everyone there, and then after the ascension, um, we can let them decorate their rooms. We can instead of me doing it for them, and Ulysses can move into the house, and then I guess we start a new life.
um, might I remind you, might I remind you, you do have a bevy of assistants at your disposal. Uh, your mother does keep us well staffed and well paid, of course. You're never really truly alone in this, you understand? I've been employed by the family since before you were born, even.
Althea, I truly do not know how I would have gotten through the last 2 decades without you.
Well, I'll tell you something. No one else will modify little girl dresses quite like me.
I should think not.
Well,
And
they don't know all my tricks.
nor should they ever. Come on, let's go look at what we've got. And I think Dahlia's gonna scurry up to her office and close the door behind them and start unwrapping packages and matching up outfits and things.
Oh my god.
Okay. Um, all right. So, as far as the weather interludes go, um, this will be the end of them for now, leading up to the ascension. Um, and I think now would be a good time to actually take our 10-minute break. And then when we get back, we are going to have some ascension shenanigans. Are you all ready?
I'm
Yeah.
so ready.
Let's go. All right. We'll be back in 10 minutes for our final novel chapter. See you after the break. are back on this wonderful, delightfully chaotic finale of Regency Remix. We are about to jump into our final novel chapter for the season, but first, uh, little content warning that I did not mention at the top of this show. The topic of duels and violence and sword fighting and potential injury or death. I don't know. But the facilitator and cast, as well as the channel as a whole, appreciates the support of the audience. But, if violence is not your thing, duels and possible death, is a sensitive topic for you, please take care of yourself and step away from the stream. You know, there's always the YouTube, there are always VODs, or you can just skip it altogether. You can fast forward to the part without the violence. It's absolutely fine. Your mental health, your emotional health matters more. We love you. That being said, let's jump right into our novel chapter. Finally, the time has arrived. The Ascension Ball is a day away or so, maybe. There's some last minute preparations happening. There's a flurry of activity at Spring Blossom Estate as the gardeners are all getting ready to celebrate the joyous occasion of Dahlia Gardner's ascension into becoming the Duchess of Wessex. I want a 1 or 2 sentence kind of overview, 3 at the most, of each gardener the day before this big event. Just to check in really quick. How is Chrysanthemum doing? Abby, tell us. The day before the big party.
Arthur is being run ragged because although she's about 5 months along, she really should be resting. She is running around and making things perfect and frankly being a bit snappy, and she's waddling around as much as she can and making sure that decorations are fine. With Arthur probably running after her. Like,
making
let's
sure,
sit down, let's have a drink.
Making sure she doesn't fall, getting her drinks. It's just like trying to make sure. Yeah, that's what he's probably doing.
Iris. Let's check in with Iris really quick.
Iris would be doing 2 things, one of which would be getting super pampered and ready for the event to look her absolute best for obvious reasons, like proposals. And the other thing that she would be doing is in terms of helping with the decorations and stuff, she would be in charge of like all of the calligraphy. And so she would be making sure that everything that required writing and calligraphy would still be intact, would be finished, all that stuff.
And let's check in with Kerria.
Kerria is trying to decide what outfit to wear for tomorrow. It has to be just the right sort of outfit. It can't be super the best looking so that Eliza doesn't think that he's good they're gonna propose, but it also can't be drab because they are still gonna propose. So it has to strike that nice little balance of will they or will they not? So that's what they're doing. Kerria is also writing down like their speech on how they're gonna start it up. Basically, like they're imagining the whole moment. They're practicing kneeling down properly, when to do it, how to do it. Basically, if you had walked into Kerria's room at the moment, you would have been hearing like a lot of "I got you" and a lot of like laughter and like no, that's too stupid. That kind of thing happening in their room.
All right. And last but not least, we'll go over to Dahlia.
Dahlia is surprisingly calm. She's lost all of the frenzy that she's been operating with for the last 2 months. All of the preparations have been made, everything is ready, and I think she's just enjoying the bustle in the house. I think she's kind of wandering around, being a little bit in the servant's way, just watching how wild her house gets and wishing a little bit that her mother could be there to see it.
Yeah, you are. At some points when you're walking by, you either get handed a scone or a tea or something, like just the servants trying to, make sure you've got what you need, or like a treat or something along the way. And before you know it, the day of the ball arrives. And we are going to cover everyone's preparations leading up to the actual event, getting ready. If there are, little scenes you want to do with each other as siblings, perhaps.
I think Dahlia would propose that everyone get ready together.
Yes. Iris would agree.
Yes, 1,000% yes.
Kerria still hasn't decided what to wear, so they need.
So they're probably in Kerria's room.
Yeah. Kerria's like, I don't know which would show that I care about you, but I also don't care. Help.
Okay, what about the red velvet blazer?
And then I put it on. It's like, how does it look?
I think it looks dashing.
I agree. It suits you.
Okay.
Red is kind of a roguish color. It doesn't necessarily speak to responsibility and moving forward with serious steps in your life.
Yes, but then
passion.
It's also romance and love and commitment. So it can be interpreted either way, and it leaves it very up in the air.
Perfect. I really, really want Eliza to be surprised.
I think
she will be.
Jinx. I'm very excited for this. This is gonna be great. And as we planned, right? Right, Irene, you're gonna go propose first. I'm gonna be like, why would I ever do that? And then Eliza's gonna be mad, and then I'm gonna kneel. That is the plan.
Really, you are all going to have the most beautiful weddings.
I'm very excited for it. Do you think we should have like 4 weddings?
Oh no, Arthur and I eloped. But
I mean, what?
That's
we just figured,
I mean, what? I mean, I knew you were going to. I knew the whole thing.
I knew you were committed.
Right.
It wasn't because of, this, and she'll point at her stomach, but he figured he was actually going to propose along with the ball, but then, I came with my curt, delicate position, and we found it. Actually, it turns out that one of his fathers, his elder father actually, has a brother who's in the priesthood, and he was able to marry us quite quickly.
You still have
it was
to
a lovely
have the
little
party.
affair. Of course, yes. The baby shower, yes, of course.
So
I never would have forget that, Dolly.
So
and
three-
Chrysanthemum's gonna get up and help her corset.
3 weddings and a baby shower. Right? Right.
Quite a
think
bit of
that's-
excitement.
I think that's big enough for the Gardners.
There's nothing too
Yeah.
big for the Gardners.
No, that's true. If we all actually get our proposals accepted, that is.
Well, I know. At least I know.
I have no doubt they'll refuse.
I at least know with Dahlia, her proposal has already been accepted, right? Like
Mhm.
that's happened. Eliza's
Mhm.
gonna be swept off of her feet. She's gonna be too surprised to say no. It's gonna be perfect. It's the best. It's the best thing ever.
Okay, I get it. So it's me and Lucy. We're up
I
in the air. I
mean,
get it. I get it.
not. I don't think she'll say no. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's why I'm already thinking about like the way.
Yes,
You're fine.
yes. Yes, yes.
I think she'll be furious enough to say yes.
Probably.
I think this will be a fun night.
Do we do anything that isn't fun when it's an event like this?
For us, at least.
Well,
I mean, if it's not fun, we make it fun.
correct.
I've no doubt.
Do you
However,
guys
Just would be
remember
fun.
the LaFay's winery? That was fun, wasn't
We
it?
didn't even go together.
Yeah, but we had fun. I mean, I had fun. I had a lot of fun.
I mean, it was
all
nice.
Arrived separately and brought our own particular brand of chaos to the same event, so I can't imagine this one would be any different.
I got kicked out.
You
So-
certainly did.
Yeah,
we both did, to be fair.
fair.
When did this happen?
Did
You
I
got
get
kicked
kicked
out?
out? Where?
You were
did I-
drunk.
Oh,
Remember? You
I
were
was very
abs-
drunk.
sloshed.
That was fun, yeah.
yeah. I stood up for our younger sibling and got kicked out. So
And Chrysanthemum's gonna put her hands on Iris's shoulders, like, and I'm very grateful for that.
I'm sure you are.
You know, I might just name my first child after you, Iris.
Please don't.
Does this mean? Oh, I can't wait to be the gunkle, the gay uncle in this family. It's gonna be perfect.
You
the
will
perfect
be
job for you.
fantastic.
I
at
would
it.
be amazing,
Yes.
and that kid and I will have a lot of fun.
It almost makes me want to change my mind and want to have children, just knowing how great of a gunkle you would be.
That'd be
You
amazing.
would be the greatest uncle.
Yeah.
You will be. And
Find
Iris
out.
points at Chrysanthemum's stomach.
I would be amazing, and already I'm lost in my in my thoughts about like all the things I can
Plotting
teach.
again.
And then there's like little cackling happening as I'm getting dressed.
Oh no.
Does Kerria ever actually sort out their wardrobe situation?
Eventually, it is a nice
Last minute, probably.
it's very like, sure, it's a red sort of thing. Yes, I look dashing.
Yes, you do. And just as you finally settle into an outfit that you are satisfied with, the door to your chambers, there's a knock, and it is Althea, who says, the guest will be arriving shortly. Your presence is requested at the receiving line.
Oh, yes,
Right.
of course.
Okay.
And that means it is time.
Wow.
Yeah, there is a moment where you all just stand in a room and you're just like, it's really happening.
All right, we can do
You-
this.
You're really ascending, Dahlia.
You're gonna be the Duchess.
I'm going to be the Duchess of just all of Wessex.
Mm-hmm.
All will be under
Yeah.
our rule and our house as well.
The Wessex.
I was
Well-
going to say everyone behave at the Ascension, but that's not like us at all. Let's attend the Ascension like gardeners.
It's better for you to not have expectations.
Correct. Yes, I think so at this point. It's going to be good, whatever it is.
We're not gonna be behaved, but at least it'll be good.
At least it'll be
Question: Are we upstairs?
Yeah, no, you're still in. You haven't left Kerria's room just yet. You were told
Okay,
that.
I'll save that thought.
We're having a moment.
Yeah, you're having a
We're all
moment
having a
before you go to the assembly or the receiving line.
Iris would just pull everyone into a hug.
Oh.
Hugs.
big
Aw.
sibling hug.
Big sibling hug.
And
I
end of
would
the
propose
day-
a toast, but
No.
Toast
Not
for you.
for you.
I mean, there's like we have
there's sparkling water.
apple juice, right?
There's
so much apple
there's
juice.
sparkling water and different non-alcoholic.
This is the
drinks.
Ascension. There's anything and everything you could possibly want. It's like the fanciest event that happens here.
Iris has taken care of all the details, including non-alcoholic beverages. So as you all file out of Kerria's chambers to go to the receiving line, the guests start arriving. They are all sorts of levels of importance, members of the gentry, people you haven't seen since the Queen's Ball at the beginning of the season several months ago. Just as many people as you can pack on the estate. And the estate is the busiest it's been, and you see familiar faces coming in, including Kennedy Wickham, your Dahlia's protege, Kerria's twin. And when she approaches Dahlia, she does a curtsy and tries to behave appropriately.
It's okay.
And then
you don't need to do that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is going to take a bit of time for me to get used to being around all this.
Iris is going to be like looking between Kerria and this other person that she doesn't know, like back and forth very quickly, like
Chrysanthemum's gonna like sniff her drink just to make sure, like, yeah, it's none. Oh my god.
I haven't had any substances yet this evening, and yet I see two of my sibling in front of me.
And then there's a look of like, oh. And then she looks a little bit panicked towards Dahlia, and then Kerria, and then Dahlia again. And
Dahlia's going to step up behind her and kind of reassuringly put her hand on her shoulders and say, several years ago, our mothers made a miscalculation. It turns out that there were two babies that needed a home, and only one of them found their way to us. This is Kennedy, and now she's found her way to us, so I've invited her to attend the Ascension and to get to know what it's like to be around a busy and, quite frankly, insane family.
Another new gardener.
Kennedy turns to look at Kerria, but she's essentially addressing everybody. But she's looking at Kerria specifically. She says, I am sorry for whatever inconvenience or awkwardness my sudden appearance might be causing. And she looks very apologetic and nervous, like a deer in headlights.
Not inconvenience. Confusion, maybe, to me. I don't understand what's going on.
How long have you ever managed to keep a secret from me?
Well, this one was a year.
It's a new record, certainly, but I had to find out eventually.
Iris would place both of her hands gently on Kennedy's shoulders. Well, If this is where you want to be, welcome to the family.
A new gardener joins her. What lovely blossoms. Welcome, and Chrysanthemum's going to take both of Kennedy's hands in hers.
She looks over to Dahlia with gratitude. Just gratitude in her eyes.
Dahlia
And
just smiles back.
Are you sure this is safe?
It's
Dahlia,
as
you must know why.
it's as safe as it's going to get. I figured if I'm when I was in trouble, I should have just been more upfront instead of selfishly just insisting that you help me in secret. I realize now that having an entire family would have been much better in the long run, and your sister, as she so graciously pointed out, she said that there's always a chance, and I suppose that even though I wasn't 100% upfront about everything, she still found it in her heart to give me a chance to be a part of this family with you.
I must admit I'm a little confused about what's happening, but there is something that you could do to make it better, Kennedy. You see there's this mischievous grin on my face.
She
Oh,
she
no.
looks at all of the other gardeners and questioning, like, is it always like this? Like, without
Yes.
saying it out loud.
Yes, it is always like this. I think you should
Would
just get used to
you?
that now.
Would you go upstairs for a minute? There's a set of clothes that you could put on over there for me. And we'll talk a little bit about that later. If you're okay with doing that, Kennedy.
Tyson's going to kill you.
I'm
Gonna
not
love it.
so sure Eliza's gonna say yes.
She's gonna love it.
Oh,
Okay.
Welcome to the chaos, Kennedy.
Welcome to the family. Suit up.
Oh, dear God. And then she's gonna go
And then I'm gonna assign one of my
yeah,
servants to just go and help her. Would you help her get dressed, please? Just one of my outfits would do super well. Thank you so much, Kennedy. This would help me so much. Thank you.
Okay. So after this moment in the receiving line, I assume that Ulysses has come like earlier in the day and has been helping out as well, and is actually with you in the receiving line doing all the formalities. But essentially, the ballroom area is set, and I'm going to go around the table, and each of you will establish a detail about the party, just like we did for the last party. I'm going to go, let's start with Kristin.
Oh no! Okay.
Or we can start with someone else. Abby? You got something?
I always have an idea in mind.
Yeah, go
Of
ahead.
course.
Chrysanthemum has particularly had a hand in the decoration, as she is, and at certain moments, sparklers will go off. Just tiny little fireworks outside every time a guest comes in.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah. I'll allow that. Like, that's cool. Glaiza, what you got?
So you know how some drinks are served in multiple ways? There's gonna be a whole fountain of different drinks, and it's gonna come out of like different ice sculptures so that the drinks are always cold, and it's just gonna be keep flowing, and people will just put their drink under it so that they can drink on that.
Like every so often, a servant will just make sure it's still flowing. It's just there.
Yes. Making sure that there's more drinks, making sure that,
But
the ice sculptures don't melt.
how many sculptures or how many different
15.
sculptures? Whoa. The
Yeah.
sculptures just keep getting replaced. Got it.
Yeah, but like there's always 15 out.
Yep.
Of
Different non-alcoholic and alcoholic drinks.
course.
Gotcha. Kristin, did you have something?
Yes. So there will be a area, maybe outdoors in a courtyard, where there are large, beautiful, detailed artisan painted portraits of each of the individual Gardner siblings, and on like a small table in front of each portrait that would be like standing on an easel because they're out for display in the courtyard. There would be like a display for each sibling that shows like their accomplishments or what they're known for, and then also like a bouquet of corresponding flowers for each sibling's name. Notably on Iris's display are the erotic novels by Irene Farmer.
Whoa, she went public. Amazing. And DK, please offer us a detail about this party.
I think for this party, Dahlia special ordered from several counties away just buckets and buckets and buckets of stargazer lilies. I think she's had a bunch of flowers picked and pulled from her mother's garden and brought inside, so the entire room smells like night blooming flowers, and the stargazers are just starting to open. And then there are different sized pillar candles on all of the tables, kind of making the ballroom into kind of like a Feywild sort of situation.
Yes.
And of course, the ballroom is set, open, your usual like string quartet vibes, very beautiful. And, everybody's starting to fill up their dance cards. It's mostly a blur of just really important people that you don't really necessarily know, but it's par for the course for a party like this. And I think at this point, Lady Elena does a little opening spiel, and she says, welcome to Spring Blossom Estate for this, a wonderful evening, a very important evening for our family, our very first Ascension Ball. While it is bittersweet to have this moment without my wife, my partner, it is a great source of pride for me to see this day come, that our daughter take her rightful place. And she's holding a drink, some sort of champagne flute, and I just want to welcome all of you this evening, and thank you for joining our family on this a momentous occasion. Yeah, and then she just raises her glass to Dahlia, the Duchess of Wessex.
To the Duchess.
And then,
Duchess of Wessex.
the Duchess of Wessex, and then
Hydrate
there's, like,
everybody in chat. Just a reminder.
there is a applause. It's not like, cheering, but everybody's applauding the lady Lady Elena, the Dowager Duchess. And then dancing happens, and this is the social part of the evening. So, who wants to do their thing first?
Do we want Lucy and Iris to dance first?
Yes, I think that they should begin dancing and get interrupted while dancing.
Yeah, I think actually Lucy is going to come up to Iris and say, "Well, if it isn't she's clearly like had a little bit. She's happy. She's drunk.
Yeah.
Well, if it isn't Irene Farmer, you, ma'am, you owe me a dance."
I do. You are correct. This is our first time meeting in person, though, she would say cheekily as they, kind of begin to dance very closely. I do want to say really quickly that Iris's gown is stunning. Great boobage. And
I feel like Chrysanthemum helps there.
And then also, though, because Iris and Lucy made their promise to each other as children to get married under the night sky, her dress is a very deep purple, but in the low light, it shimmers like the night sky. Like, it has very subtle, shimmery aspects to it. So, that's all.
I'm so gay. Touching grass.
Do you have grass right now?
I do. I have grass just for touching it.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the best thing on a desk I've ever seen. So yeah, as they're dancing, Iris would be like, "I figured it was about time to just put it out there. The scandal sheet has said it enough, dear, and you've known the whole time, so."
I have no idea what you could potentially be implying, Irene.
Okay, well, in lieu of this little charade that you're having fun with, dearest Lucy, why are you not dancing with the apple of your eye, the Iris Gardner, I believe is her name?
Oh, well, you see, I was going to search out, but I have been looking for the most beautiful woman, and I haven't been able to find her. I mean, you did mention her name, but maybe you could tell me where?
Maybe she's been right in front of you all along.
Well, maybe I could speak with her privately.
Actually, Lucy, this is Iris speaking. I know it's a little strange.
Iris?
I was actually wanting to have a conversation with you.
Oh.
But
of course.
Now should probably be the right time. Would you mind stepping aside with me?
Oh, of course, and Lucy's actually reaching into a compartment of her dress as well and grabbing a box.
Can I spend as Sophia resolve token?
Oh, yes, you may.
Awesome. I am going to.
I don't know who that would go to. Probably Iris as the main character.
I will give it to Iris.
I'll take it.
I also reset everyone's resolve tokens because I forgot. My bad.
Awesome.
So everybody should at least have 2 if they don't already.
Great.
I am going to. It is at this point when Iris and Lucy looks like they're about to step aside and talk when Sophia comes in, and you see her dressed in like it's a is Sophia just to make sure, is Sophia part of peerage or she's not?
It remains a mystery. Sophia has said that she was not a part of the peerage.
All right. Well, she has lied, and she is a part of the peerage, and she has known all along that you were Irene, and was willing to keep that secret for you. But she was not really that out about her own part of the peerage, and she comes in, and she's obviously very drunk. She has been drinking this entire time, and she walks out and shouts, Iris Gardner.
Sophia Lovelace. Iris will shout back, like stepping forward, very confused as to the situation, but kind of standing upright and putting on her best socialite skills.
I am here because you've broken my heart. And though I have made a promise to let you go,
Yes.
I can't actually do that. And therefore, I challenge you to a duel. You wench.
Oh.
Okay, I want to point something out. Is this happening in the middle of the party?
She's shouting. She's drunk in the party.
Oh, like violent stuff, everything.
Especially the part where she says, you wench.
So what happens at this point is that there is a bunch of like, I guess like like there's a valet and like Kerria's valet, who's essentially their second, like their right hand, and other people just like trying to kind of essentially take the chaos outside. Trying to direct, like a whole bunch of staff just being like, all right, come on, let's take this
out
outside.
To the garden then. We clearly have things to discuss.
To the garden then.
And Iris would go towards
and then
the garden.
There's someone, like, I guess, who would be in charge of making sure the party is secure, looking to Iris, like someone that's employed by the family.
Yeah, no, Iris would be like, we're going to the garden.
If it gets out of hand, let me know and I'll remove them from the premises.
I am fully aware of what you are capable of. Do not worry. I've lived here my whole life. If I need you, I know where to find you. It will be okay, though.
Well, we cannot have anything going wrong this evening. You know how important this is.
Oh, yes, of course not. Nothing shall go wrong.
And
I will handle it.
Not when I have the last word.
He will essentially take like usher Sophia out of the main house, but instead of off the premises, he's ushering her out to the garden as essentially because Iris has made reassurances.
Yeah, and I would imagine that the garden, like, there are still guests there. It's like an overflow area, and there's kind of more open space, and there's not, like, dancing going on, but it's definitely not empty, and Iris knew that because she wants people to be around, and so now she would be, like, in closer physical proximity to Sophia as they're speaking. So what was it that you wanted?
I want you dead.
Because I'm not in love with you.
Maybe one of the reasons, but mostly I want you to feel what I've been feeling in the past couple months, my love.
And what you've been feeling is death?
Yes. Death. and I want you dead.
So is that why you've got that little sword in your hand, then?
That. And then she pulls out a pistol and this.
So...
Okay.
Oh, I have so many resolve tokens I want to... I don't know who they need to go to.
I am going to say... I've actually been thinking about this. And we are going to implement a rule that I found in a different expansion. Okay? Each character has a pool of resolve tokens. We're gonna go on a bid for the outcome.
Okay.
So essentially, you're gonna bid resolve tokens.
Who's bidding?
And who? Both parties involved in this.
Okay.
And then Sophia's supposed to have 2 because I reset Sophia.
Okay.
So, if I wanted to bring in someone else I play,
you would have to win the bid to essentially determine the outcome, is what I'm saying. And then you guys can role play it out.
Well, I mean, I think
it's essentially a way to decide who wins.
Well, I already know who's going to win for like, as we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I want Irene to win 100%. I want
so
Sophia.
we don't have to fight. We don't do. I mean, I want to. Let me put it this way: I am offering up 2 resolve tokens to whomever they need to go to, because I'm about to describe what I want to happen, and then our facilitator can tell me who those might need to go to, or if I even need to spin them. So what I would like to happen is that Peregrine has been out in the garden area just sipping on drinks, socializing, and sees this happen, and that the moment that Sophia draws a gun, he would like lunge over, pull a rapier that he has at his side out, and slice her hand off.
With a rapier? Oh dear God.
And say, well, because he's like dressed in like fancy Regency like garb, and his family is like in the military, so he has some extra accoutrements, and one of those is a rapier that actually does work. And he will go, "You keep your hands and weapons away from the Gardner family. You may leave."
Hey.
Oh, damn. Just spend those tokens.
Who wants some?
I want Brandon there too. I know you're playing like 3 of them.
Okay, I'm Brandon. I'm okay.
Too. And Sophia's gonna give it to Brandon.
Okay.
And let's change the plan of Sophia dying and have Brandon sort of like catch Sophia fall and, you know, set up something for the future for Sophia and Brandon.
She's injured her hand.
She's injured. Her hand has been cut off, and Brandon is like, "Oh no!"
Wait, I don't know how a rapier works in real life. Does it actually cut her hand off? I think it would just like
fiction. This is fiction. What? It has everything we've done in this 4-episode miniseries.
All right, I'm happy with Sophia's hand getting cut off. only if Brandon comes and saves Sophia and makes it a whole potential in the future where Sophia and Brandon are in love.
Okay,
Brandon's got first aid training.
We're shaking hands on that then.
Okay. Resolve tokens spent. Everything happens.
Let's do.
Yeah. So
Sophia gets helped.
Yeah. So Brandon would run over, and he wouldn't be upset that it happened, you know, because he loves the Gardners and
Right.
stuff, but would still just be like, here, and would take off his like jacket and like wrap it around her arm and put some pressure on it, and because, you know, ooh, beefy, would scoop her up into his arms and go,
Sophia would be crying into his chest, and he's like, it's so painful. And I'm not talking about my hand.
oh, yeah. But I bet that's pretty painful too. Maybe if you focus on that pain, focus on the physical pain, and then you can worry about the emotional stuff later. You know?
Why are you being so
eventually-
nice to me?
Because who am I to decide when someone runs out of chances?
Oh. So there's chaos because Peregrine
Can you
has
pick
somehow.
up my hand?
Yeah, well, someone. There's been some attention
Althea.
drawn, and there's a bunch of footmen and other like staff coming around and just handling this.
My God.
People are like, oh no, there's a whole crowd reaction.
Okay.
And Dahlia is probably somewhere else, none the wiser. I don't know. Where is Dahlia?
I don't know, Dahlia. Would you
Like
come out
Dahlia
to
would
watch?
be on it hard.
I feel like the second somebody pulled a gun at her party, Dahlia was like, I should go see what's up with that. That's not
I would
typically how our
imagine-
family parties go.
Yeah, I would imagine some of the onlookers might have been like, gun! Like when Sophia pulled it out.
We'll go with that.
Oh, Chrysanthemum definitely shrieked.
Oh, yes, of course.
Well, that's the thing. It was outside, so there's like a part of the party that gets a little chaotic, and you all hear it from inside wherever you are. So
You heard the word gun.
Yeah, that'll be enough reason for you to check it out at least. And Ulysses is probably with you, Dahlia, as well. So
I
you
would
both
like
check it out.
I'd like to spend a resolve token for and give it to Ulysses
Mm-hmm.
for Dahlia to have had that conversation with him the night before, the conversation about Peregrine, and for it to have gone favorably.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it tracks. Yeah, I'm in.
So I feel like now that she's not bleeding everywhere all over our lawn.
The hand is already gone.
Yeah, Brandon would have
carried her and like taken her to
quick
the medic.
Quick work to get that out of there, because Brandon does love the Gardners, so he would want to, preserve the event for them and out skis.
Super drunk and -1 hand. Damn, that's a bad night for someone.
That's rough.
Bad party for you.
Take the
It is a terrible party, but hey, I got a boyfriend. I got a boyfriend. I think it'll be fine.
Regency, take the L.
It's a big old Regency L right there.
I think Dahlia kisses Ulysses on the cheek and goes over to Peregrine and has not told her sisters, particularly Iris, that she's having this discussion with Ulysses. So I think she does just walk up to Peregrine and kiss him on the cheek and kind of link her hand with his and say, "Thank you. Why did you bring thank you?"
Why did I bring what?
So Sophia brought a gun to the party because she's maddened with her love for my sister. Why did you bring an entire rapier to the party?
2 reasons. 1, it looks cool. 2, I never expect a Gardner party to be safe.
That is very true. You'll fit in just fine here.
Fit in? What are you talking about?
And I think Dahlia is just going to kind of like use her lead on his hand to tug him aside a little bit after like nodding at Ulysses. And then I guess is gonna looking for a third Peregrine Cabot. I guess that's really what's happening. I think she kind of pulls Peregrine aside and is like, so Ulysses and I have been talking about the concept of compromise. And my family has never been traditional.
No. God. No.
And we are I'll be when I have to make my big fancy speech later, I have an announcement for everyone. So things are going to be busier around the house, and I think we could use an extra set of hands, if you catch my drift.
You want to hire me?
No. What? No.
You know I work at a university already.
Yes. I'm not. No. Peregrine. Move in with Ulysses and I.
Then can I say something?
Sure.
Because that proposition, I just want to say something. I would love to. I would happily always come second to your family. I've told you that, and I mean it still. It would be an honor to, actually. You know, back when your mom, your other mother, was alive, may she rest in peace, she told me once, one evening when I was over because we were forced to be project partners, you were out of the room, she told me that one day I would wish I could live my life backwards because I was destined to be a dunce who let you get away.
That sounds like her.
She said it with a lot of love and a smile on her face.
That also sounds like her.
You know I've always admired your brilliance, how it radiates into every room that you walk into. I guess I'm just gushing because I'm so shocked. And, you carry the world for everybody. You carry multiple worlds. And if me being even involved in a sliver of yours means that I get to help you shoulder that weight sometimes, or even just spoil you because you deserve the attention and care that you give others, or if you want to be intellectually stimulated,
no comment.
It would be an honor. I would love that. And I do think I'd fit in quite well. Kerria and I have an interesting banter going on now after lunch the other week, so.
She's going to lose it when she finds out. And then I think Dahlia just kind of waves to Ulysses as if to say, like, yeah, he said yes.
Ulysses actually goes to Peregrine and, like, does the hand around the shoulder and says, I would hope that having having a deep love and affection for Dahlia in common, we would at least learn to become friends.
I mean, like, you can kiss me too.
They're boyfriends-in-law.
I should have mentioned that, Ulysses.
I like all sorts of proclivities.
We'll work on that. And that's all he says.
Yeah, that's Peregrine's good.
The night progresses. There's more dancing to be had. More moments to be had. Kerria, you notice that Kennedy has returned dressed up in one of your outfits.
Kerria walks up to Kennedy, making sure that Eliza isn't paying attention, and just sort of like walks away and just talks to Kennedy. And all right, here's the plan. But before that, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're safe. We will talk more about the blackmailing thing that happened, because that is very confusing to me. But I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you're safe. We can talk about that later. The plan is, here's the plan, right? Because I have a proposal to do. When Lucy or when my sister proposes to Lucy, I'm gonna go like, I would never do that out loud to Eliza. And then I'm gonna like step away, and then we're gonna confuse her by just like running around in the circles while she's trying to look for us. And then she's gonna run around and get annoyed. And then when she looks back, finally it'll just be me kneeling. That's gonna be the perfect proposal. You got it?
You have a very, very strange idea of what a perfect proposal looks like.
No. Don't
Roast
worry.
them.
It's
Roasted.
fine. It's fine. Eliza will never expect it. She'll be so surprised. It'll be perfect.
And you're sure there's no way this is going to backfire on you?
I'm like 70% sure.
Huh. Well, I mean, as someone who has been proposed to before, you and I have very different ideas about what a perfect proposal is. But maybe I'll just walk around and hope they don't take too close of a look at me.
Just if she comes closer, run. That's the plan. Make sure it's like just
that
run.
seems like a really weird plan for me to run away with someone you want to marry. All right.
No, you run away from her, not run away with her.
Okay. No, but if she thinks I'm you and I'm running away from you,
there'll be two of us running around. She'll be confused. It'll be perfect.
I'm already confused.
This is the thing that I needed the most. I wish I knew I had a twin a lot earlier.
Yeah, me too, but this is ridiculous. Okay, you know what? We'll go with it.
Awesome.
2 minutes in and she's already done with your shit. It's already like
happening. Yeah. Why did I do this?
Why did I want to join this family? Why?
She runs off.
Awesome.
And then you, at this point, I imagine this is happening as all of the shenanigans in the garden happen. You happen to look out a nearby window as the thing with Iris and Sophia happens. Like, Sophia interrupting Iris and Lucy. And you're like, oh shit.
It's happening.
And Lucy.
I drag Eliza. Look, something's happening over there. Just go watch.
Lucy is running over. She has tears in her eyes. But the moment she sees that Iris is whole and present,
you could also hear Kerria going, "Oh shit, her hand got cut off." Basically.
The commentary, she's like weeping. She thought her entire life is falling apart. But like that frantic running kind of slows as she sees that Iris is whole, and just without another word, she just pulls out the box containing the engagement ring and opens it.
So
you can't be apart from me any longer, Iris.
Not only are our characters doing this, but Abby and I just did this without even saying it out loud. So Iris was holding her ring box in her hand, like turning around looking for Lucy, like as she has it, and like so as they turn around and face each other and make eye contact, Iris is gonna like look at both of their rings and then look back up. Okay, so can I say something?
I mean, yes, you were almost shot, so yes, please say something.
That's probably not the last time that might happen. It wasn't the first. Damn those scandal sheets for ruining my plan. I feel like I've wanted to do this since we were young, obviously. But none of those rumors, none of those scandals, they're not as captivating as you are. So the truth is what actually matters. And you know, I've wanted to marry you since we promised each other as children under the stars. You know, every time I close my eyes, I see you, your face, and that night sky from that very night. My promise has
Never made
never
the
left
promise
my
on-
heart. It's not too late, right? Please tell me it's not too late.
Iris. And Lucy just comes closer and cups her face with her hands. I never stopped hoping. It was never too late.
Iris kisses her with permission.
Oh my god, I also kiss with permission.
So much kissing with permission in front of everybody, shamelessly. So queer.
So queer, so gay.
It's so perfect. It is at this point that Kerria goes, "Ha! I'd never do that." And then,
Oh yes, so you've told me.
and then I before you can react, really, would just run.
Kira!
So the twins are essentially
Running
running,
around.
trying to confuse Eliza.
Yeah, Eliza's just like got her skirts hiked up. She's like, what the hell?
Essentially, you just cast mirror image on
Yes.
yourself. Yeah.
At about the 10-minute mark of you doing this, it's very frustrating. You do turn and you see Kerria on their knees in front of you, Eliza. I am annoying. I am
You are?
frustrating.
Very much so.
I am all over the place.
So you have been.
You know all of these things about me. And I disappeared for a year without telling you.
And you told me why?
And I came home demanding.
Just to
Go
interrupt.
ahead.
When Eliza says, "And you told me why," she can actually see over Kerria's shoulder Kennedy waving,
just waving.
dressed up like, dressed up like Kerria. Go on. Sorry, I just wanted to add that.
No,
detail.
that's okay.
It was so good.
I left for a year. And I came back and destroyed your engagement.
You did, which I could not be more grateful for.
I cannot promise that I will change. I cannot promise that I will become better, but I will try. But what I can promise is excitement. And I want to spend every moment of our exciting lives together. Eliza Jacobson, will you marry me?
God damn it, Kerria Gardner, yes! And she's gonna pull up Kira and kiss them.
And I kiss them back. Da 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 da.
Oh,
Smoochies. Also, I love that Chrysanthemum's the only one not causing shit for once. She's just been
I
chill.
know.
It's
Pregnancy really chills her out.
Character
yeah.
growth? Character
Pregnancy
growth?
hormones.
Character growth. Yeah,
It's a different
Oh,
kind
right. Character growth.
chaos.
Yeah.
of character growth. I mean, pregnancy hormones works too in this case, I guess. It's at this point where dinner is. You haven't even gotten through half the party. It's just dinner time. All
We
of this
never
chaos
do.
has happened, and the dining area has several long tables, and everything's being set up, or everything has been set up, and Dahlia is sitting at the head of the middle table. There's 3 like really large tables set up, and Dahlia's sitting at the head of one of them, and Lady Elena is sitting at the head of another table. And it's just filled with really important people, specifically members of the peerage, because they get to wine and dine with everyone. And It's at this point that Dahlia is going to speak, to make her grand ascension speech.
So Dahlia stands up from the head of her table and doesn't even tap on her glass. She just waits for people to notice that she's standing, and she's waiting for them to pay attention to her, and just waits as one by one people turn to look and wait for her to speak. She's wearing the one black gown that her mother didn't hate. It's a black velvet gown that's got, I guess in this era it would be diamonds, just kind of studded all over the top of it, so it looks kind of like stars falling. And she looks around the room. And before she speaks, she kind of gestures to Althea and says, Althea, could you bring in a smaller table, please? Just something that'll fit up against the wall.
Althea nods, and several minutes later, a table is set up, actually, like, against the wall, like, next to your table, because you are, like, near a wall, and just, like, it seats... how many people would you need to be sitting at this table?
Many small ones. It's a kid's table.
Yeah. Okay, so a kid's table is being set up there, essentially. Okay. How many chairs do you tell Althea is needed? That is my important question.
I think, yeah, we're going to do this. She requests 10 chairs from Althea.
Okay, so this shorter table is still filled with
if
different
Dahlia
and things.
If Dahlia
And
catches
chairs?
Peregrine's face at all, like if Dahlia happens to look at Peregrine at all, they are like.
So Peregrine is sitting like across from Ulysses at the head of the table, like, you know, on either side of Dahlia. So they are seeing this.
Yeah, Peregrine has no idea what's going on and is like, did I just accept 50 children?
Ulysses is just smiling because he knows.
Dahlia smiles the annoying smile she used to when she beat you on a test.
And Althea returns, as this is set up by other staff. As you requested, Lady Dahlia.
Perfect. Thank you, Althea. Welcome, everyone, to the Ascension Ball. I suppose my Ascension. I've always known that I would become the Duchess of Wessex. It was my birthright. It seemed a vague and nebulous possibility for most of my life, though I think I may always have been in training for this moment and all the ones that come after it. Certainly, chasing my younger siblings around the house has taught me quite a bit about dealing with adverse situations and scandal sheets and whatever else life can throw at you. So I'd like to thank all of them for the hardy training that I received during our childhood. My mothers are and were pioneers, both in their relationship, in their parenting, and in their role in the time, their role in Wessex. There hadn't been a family like ours before. And I would like to think that the Ton is better for the unique brand of mischief that the Gardners have to offer. I've spent the last several months trying to figure out the best and most accurate way to honor Duchess Camilla's legacy. And I think the only way to do that is to build upon it. Boys, would you come in? And I think from like a side room, like a den or something like that, 10 boys from like age 5 to 16 come walking out.
And you see Althea is actually the one who opens the door to the side room. Yep.
And Dahlia nods at each of them and kind of like pats them on the head as they pass her and gestures toward the table. As you may have heard from the scandal papers, apparently I am engaged to both Ulysses Knott and Peregrine Cabot. And I'd like to confirm that.
You hear like gasps and like like scattered about.
And you can hear Kerria go, and I can't attend the Doyle parties?
You'll never leave.
I think both the Doyle fathers just look horrified and then look at Chrysanthemum, who is just laughing so hard she's about to piss herself.
And then she corrects herself and says, well, Peregrine may feel differently after this announcement, so pending on that, but Ulysses...
You're fine, it's fine. I just want to know.
Fair. There were 5 gardeners in this house for a long time, and we're all grown up now, and we'll be moving on to different pastures and having children of our own, and she gestures at Chrysanthemum. And I can't help but think that Spring Blossom Estate is best when it's full, and when it's full of madness and mischief. So, I would like you all to meet Ash, Aspen, Aster, Birch, Briar, Caladium, Cypress, Hawthorn, Heath, and Oleander Gardner.
There's like a wave of applause from every person in the room at the adoption announcement, I guess. And it's just like everybody's so excited.
Yeah, I'm in.
Oh, thank goodness.
You're gonna need me. How can I say no?
So much.
I get it now. It's all utility.
It's only 50% utility. You are quite good looking.
All right, I'll take it.
And she turns back to everyone and she says, my family has always been about open doors and about inviting people in who may not have had somewhere to go before. And I think that that's a legacy that I would like to continue, and that I know that my siblings will continue, and that I hope the Ton will continue. I hope we'll continue to be a place of tolerance and inclusivity where any family is a valid family. So thank you for being with us and watching as mine has grown exponentially. And then she'll sit down.
I'm actually sobbing, like out of character. Like I'm really trying not to like cry right now so hard.
Yeah, me too. And my camera silenced me.
Are you okay?
Like, nope.
Yeah, I'm fine.
So
my
good.
camera just decided to not exist. Okay.
Oh no! All right. And the sound of joyous laughter from all of the tables, but specifically the sounds of young boys, being boys, and, just that sound fills your ears as you look at the table nearby and the family that you have started. The door that you have opened for a new generation of gardeners. There is a lot to celebrate. So much to celebrate. I just want to double check because I am feeling things. Is there anything else you all want to cover in this novel chapter before we move on to our epilogues?
I just want the chance to like Kerria to go to these boys and like, I'm your uncle. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Iris,
Uncle
We're
Kerria?
gonna have a lot of fun.
Okay, so what happens is the older boys, like, wrap you in hugs. And there's even one of the younger boys like grabbing your leg because they're tiny. They're like 5, but they're hugging your
Kyria's
leg.
gonna
And
look
just
down
like,
at all of this and goes, "We're gonna have a lot of fun."
yay! Yay! Yay!
Iris would have walked over with them, and I would say like one of the younger boys that was more shy would have gravitated towards Iris. And
there's like a 6, 7-ish-year-old, whatever, like one of the younger ones just grabs your leg because tiny boy.
Hey DK, can that be Oleander? Can that?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The shy one's definitely Oleander.
Yeah, so Iris immediately like becomes BFFs with Oleander. Yeah.
Oh, Chrysanthemum is spoiling them all so much.
Baby fever.
Just bring baby fever. Just like tears, sugared pineapple for them all. Just, my family is just growing more every day, Arthur. Give me another handkerchief.
Yes, my love. Yes, my love. Of course.
And that is the end of her final novel chapter for season 1. And there is one more thing left to do. Each of our lovely gardeners must now write a letter 1 year into the future to anyone they choose to write to about the past year. Little epilogue for their character. Who wants to go first?
I have an idea.
Go
It is
for it,
to
Abby.
Iris, and it is coming from the now joint O'Doyle and Gardner estates on the coast. And it
Okay.
reads, "Dearest sister, I have never experienced such peace in my life, nor would I think that I would have wished for it. Irene takes after you quite a bit. Every day I look at her and I see my sister in her bright, jubilant eyes when she reaches for her father's pens on the desk. And when her brother cries out in the yard and pretends to be a knight, I see him in you as well, but I also see Dahlia. And sorry, fuck, I'm getting emotional. I'm sorry. And I see Kira when I find them both with scraped knees and covered in mud. I want to say that I could not thank you enough for your patience with me, for putting up with me even when I was giving you hell. For all of you and my family have given me a gift that I could never have wished for had I not been swaddled with such love. I hope to bring the twins and Arthur to the estate next summer. I wish for them to meet their aunts now that they can remember. Yours truly, Chrysanthemum Gardner O'Doyle."
Let's go, twins!
I forgot the brother's name is Caden.
Caden and Irene, I love it.
I have one, but it isn't Kerria writing. It is Eliza writing the letter, and it is to Dahlia. It reads, "My dearest sister-in-law, thank you once again for getting Kerria out of danger and out of trouble. I am sure this is not the first time, and I'm sure it will not be the last. Kerria is a lot better after the accident. It's just a broken leg after all, but they're fine. And again, I am so thankful to be part of this family. Hopefully, at some point, Kerria would calm down and not take as many risks as they do even to this day. All my love, Eliza Jacobson Gardner." And then there's a little letter inside that one is from Kerria. "Dear Dahlia, sorry again. Here's a couple of dollars. I love you, Kerria.
Oh my god.
God.
It calls back to whenever it's not even a lot, it's just a couple of dollars. It's not a lot. It's basically like whenever Dahlia covers for Kerria,
Oh
she
yeah.
does pay they do pay
It's the sibling tax.
Dahlia like a little bit of
It's like a swear
dollars.
jar.
Yeah, it's like a swear jar. Like
It's the
I covered
it's
for you again, you owe me another $1 or something. So
Yeah.
there's
Sibling
that's
tax.
what it is.
It's the sibling tax. I love it. All right.
I have an idea off the top of my head. So this would be Iris writing to Dahlia. Dahlia is getting so much mail. Yeah, I mean, you are the Duchess. My liege, just kidding. Dearest sister, that's all written, by the way. I am writing you from Lucy and I's newest cottage in the lovely little woods directly behind our family home. Not too far, but not too close. I hope all is well with you. Peregrine writes me often. We talk about lots of nonsense. They say that homeschooling the boys is going well and that the academic organizational system that Peregrine has set up is just brilliant, is all I hear about in his letters. I hope that's true. Please confirm or deny in your response. I would love to hear all of the juicy details. I am making quite a bit of headway into my career as an investigative journalist. There are actually quite a few mysteries around Wessex, especially given that scandal sheet that used to go out all the time. So I've pivoted a little bit from writing erotica to trying to understand the various mysteries that happen in our society. I think about all of you often. Thankfully, I'm not too far away from home. I'll be over for brunch sometime next week. Lucy and I are better than ever. I look forward to hearing back from you, Iris.
Dahlia is going to write a letter to Peregrine. With your permission, Kristin.
Oh,
I'd like him to be away on a research trip.
By all means, send him wherever you want. Go for it.
So I think Dahlia has found a moment alone in her madhouse to scribble this out. And it just says, Dear Heart, the boys are still doing well. They're following their schooling program. You really don't give Ulysses enough credit. He's managed to follow the syllabus perfectly fine. They'll be perfectly on track by the time you return. Cypress keeps asking if you're going to bring him back any dinosaur bones, and I told him that really depends on the museum, doesn't it? But I have a feeling that you'll figure something out, so I thought I'd pass on his request. Oleander is absolutely smitten with Iris and goes to her cottage that she shares with Lucy as often as he can. I have a feeling that he may grow up to be a writer like his aunt, and I can't wait to see what he comes up with. It's madness without you, but it's madness when you're here as well, so please don't miss us too terribly, though we miss you terribly. I was thinking that instead of participating in this social season this coming year, perhaps we could go and see Chrysanthemum and the twins. Let me know what you think, and if you manage to bring home any dinosaur bones. Come home soon, Dahlia.
There is one last piece of this epilogue
Oh.
Imagine, if you will, a post-credits scene. And the camera settles on a lady sitting at a table on a tea shop. A mysterious lady. You don't see her, but you can certainly hear her as she waits for someone. And in this same tea shop, Sophia Lovelace enters, missing hand and all. Um, and the mysterious the mysterious lady says, "I think we've spent just enough time this year throwing them off of our scent. Maybe it's time to pick up our work again."
You're right, of course, as always, my lady.
And that is the end of Regency Remix The Gardeners, Season 1. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. I'm so
Are you okay, Kristin?
I am. It's just so good.
It's so good. Oh my god.
So, for the last time this season, let's go around the table and, let our lovely cast say who they are and where we can find them in the off season, starting with Abby.
Oh, I'm trying not to cry right now, but hi, I'm Abby, and today I was Chrysanthemum Gardner, our hedonist and now proud mother of 2. And if you want to see me do things other than Regency drama and falling in love and being sappy, you can find me on the Bird website at Enough of Abby, where I'm doing so many things with so many lovely individuals, including DK here, where I am also a lovely bee lady. And oh my god, I just love this group so much.
And we love you right back. DK.
Hi, hello. I am still DK, and I was Dahlia Gardner, the Duchess of Wessex, and adopted mother of 10, and wife of 2. A lot of numbers for Dahlia. I'm gay, she's a little gay, can't make a choice, so we just did
Yeah.
it. In the off season, you can find me at AbbaDarlings on Twitter. You can also find me on Exquisite Corpse Presents here on Twitch on Monday nights at 6:30, doing things like sending gods to therapy, or you can find me on Saturday nights doing things like turning dragons into tanks. So if you're interested in either of those things, come hang out with us there. And I'm happy and sad, and this was a perfect game.
Glaiza.
Hey, I'm Glaiza, they, them. Today I got to play Kerria, my precious person, pal, friend that I am going to miss very, very much. I cannot wait to come back for season 2 for more Kerria, for more gardeners. But until then, hey, I'm a person of many hats. I'm a podcast host, I'm a writer, variety streamer, a talk show host of a show called Trial Run on Be Never Ending. This week, you can find me tomorrow on Neon Lights Roleplay, where I play Digi Destined, apparently is what they call a Digimon trainer. And on Thursday, I will be playing. On Thursday, I will be playing Moira, the scholar, who is turned space ninja on Esper Genesis, Revelations at Atomic Zero. And then on Friday, I will also be playing another demigod, this time the daughter of Morpheus, the god of dreams. So, busy, busy week, but I'm going to be sad that I don't have my siblings to turn into next week. But that's okay because I know This has been great. This has been so great, and I can't wait to play with you all again as the gardeners.
And Kristin.
Hi. I'm Kristin, she, her. You can find me on Twitter, Kristin_house. It's where I update everyone on what I'm up to. And I will be here on this channel for another campaign starting in July. So find me here later. Stay tuned. I also am launching a podcast soon. I'm sad now and unmedicated on with ADHD, so this outro bad. Me okay.
No,
I'm
you're
okay. I'm
not.
happy. I love this, but my brain is just like emotions. So follow me on Twitter. That's where you'll learn things. And this is the best group ever, and I'm sad, but I'm happy. It's happy sad. So
Happy sad.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a complete mood. I just want to say that even when I wasn't feeling like my 100% best as a facilitator, it has been a complete joy to go through this process with each and every single one of you. And, you know, seeing you interact outside of this, like on Twitter, like I came off a stream and saw you guys bantering like gardeners on Twitter. And that just brings me so much joy. And I love that you all can walk away from this as friends. That I think is my superpower. Nothing brings me more joy than bringing people together, and I am so happy that I brought all of you together. I'm Anne, XO_Girl Wonder in the Twitch chat and also on Twitter. I'm a Power Ranger on Mondays. I'm a Lancer pilot on Wednesdays, and my schedule is pretty chill right now, but I've got some things down the pipe that I need to sort out before I can announce. But you know, I am a mod for Girls Run These Worlds too, so you'll probably see me doing my best to hype everyone up and be everyone's biggest fan. So yeah, just check out everybody in this group. Check out their links in chat because they are amazing. So stick around for the raid. We're going to raid Dauntless for their charity stream. They're doing things over there. So stick around
And you
for
can
that.
also find me there Friday nights, except for this Friday because we're taking a break. But
oh yeah, Dauntless is another person that's been featured on this channel. They are awesome. So stick around for the raid. And for the last time in season 1, have a good night. Be good to each other and to yourselves. Bye.
Bye.